All right, everybody, what is popping in? This is BeerNation.com. Welcome back to another video. And guys, today, welcome back to the 2026 March Madness. We're here for the round of 64 predictions. This is going to be part one. This is the Thursday slate. I'm not gonna do every slate because predicting 32 games in one video is a pretty long slate. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the Thursday slate, which is today. Hopefully you guys are watching this a little bit earlier so you guys can, well, I'm actually kind of staying up overnight so you guys can go ahead and get this one watched before you guys for March Madness. Make sure to let you guys know March Madness tips off tomorrow at 12:15 p.m. and make sure you guys join our ESPN fantasy bracket challenge if you guys had to by 12:15 p.m. Eastern time, because that's when it locks up. But like I said, if you guys haven't already, I do appreciate y'all. Make sure you hit the like, hit that subscribe button, make sure to join that Discord, and follow me on Twitter. Both links in the description. Like I said, make sure you guys please join that that March Madness bracket predictions. Like I said, that's gonna be coming up soon, and you don't want to miss it. So make sure you guys hit the like, hit that subscribe. Hopefully you guys are watching this before noon. That's when the tournaments lock up. Without further ado, let's go ahead and give a clap to Yeller real quick. Yeller actually went 4-0 in the first 4 games, which is he did pretty good. And then I went 2-2 myself, so I'm trying to do a little bit of catching up here. Also, we're not gonna keep track of it, but me and Yeller did take. We do have our picks. We'll also be taking a look at what we do, kind of like from the NFL analytics predictions. When we bet the over under, and the over under picks, as well as the spread picks. So we'll go ahead and get into those as well. But like I said, I do appreciate y'all for tuning in to BeerNation.com, and we will see. Let's see who Yeller has. Let's see, can Yeller stay undefeated? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Alrighty, folks, without further ado, let's go ahead and pop into our first round predictions here. Starting it off, we got TCU. We have Ohio State battling it off here. They're going to be tipping things off. This game will start at 12:15, aka, like I said, the first game where March Madness officially gets started. So like I said, if you guys haven't joined that bracket challenge, make sure you guys do so, because this is the first game that tips off March Madness. So TCU has been a hell of a team, man. They've been a hell of a team. They've been great. I think they've been phenomenal this year. Ohio State has been pretty damn good as well. 8 versus 9 seed matchups, can never go wrong with these type of matchups. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get the pick. And like I said, I do have old Yeller. I have his picks, and I have his picks, and he has some words to say about every single pick. So we'll go ahead and get to his picks here in a minute. I have it here on my picks here, but I think this one could go either way. Like I said, normally what I do bracket, if you guys haven't checked out my entire bracket prediction, make sure you go check it out. It's not actually who I'm actually going to take to win the game, but it might stay like that, so we'll see. Yeah, I did pick Ohio State to win this game. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with that. I do think Ohio State gets the job done here. Like I said, kind of expecting a close one here, but I'll take Ohio State to win. And like I said, without these picks videos, so basically what we do, we'll go ahead and jump our entire picks first, and then we'll pick about the over under. We'll talk about all of that. So let's see who Yeller's taking on this matchup. First matchup of the day, Ohio State. Hold on, I have to find it here because this is a very long list here of picks that he sent me. Let's see. Ohio State. Yeller's taking Ohio State, right? Yeller's taking Ohio State, right? Shit, I can't find it. This is a long ass list. Okay, oh no, Yeller's taking TCU. Yeller's taking TCU. All right, so Yeller's got TCU. I am going to pick Ohio State. Remember, we've been on the opposite side, and Yeller has won every single one so far. So we will see. Let's see what Yeller says. Yeller's taking TCU, so that means he's got to be taking them with the +2.5. Remember, the betting lines are up here. So Ohio State is favored by 2.5, and the over under is set 145.5. So Yeller is taking TCU to win this game, so he's gonna have them covering that 2.5, and he is taking the under. Yeller's taking the under. Yeller's taking the under, and Yeller said for this game, TCU is more athletic. They edge it out in a tight physical matchup, so he's taking TCU in a squeaker here. My picks here, I do think Ohio State wins the game. I do think they cover that 2.5, and over under 145.5. Yeller's taking the under. But these are two, I don't know, like I said, the over under is tough. Under 45, I think we're gonna see some scoring. I'm gonna take the over in this game. I think this one could go either way. Actually, I think it could go either way. I'm gonna take the over. I'm gonna take the over. I think it'll be close to the under, but I'm gonna take the over in this one. So that said, me and Yeller both go on different sides to start the week. We are both taking Ohio State in this one. All right, sounds good. Alrighty. All right, let's go on next one. We have Troy taking on against Nebraska. So this game will start at 12:40 p.m. Eastern time here. The second matchup here is Troy against Nebraska. Right now, Nebraska is a 13.5 point favorite, and the over under is set at 138.5. Nebraska, who the hell? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get to mine first. Yeah, I'm taking Nebraska to win this game. I don't think Nebraska will lose to Troy. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if it completely happens, but I don't see Nebraska losing to Troy. I don't see it. I don't see a scenario how that happens. I think Nebraska comes in here, they take care of business, they find a way to win the game. So I'll take Nebraska. Yeller's got Yeller's taking Nebraska as well. Yeah, all right. So Yeller is taking Nebraska as well. And then let's go ahead and get to our picks here. Like I said, Nebraska is 13.5 point favorites, and the over under is set at 138.5. For me in this one, I'm gonna take Troy plus 13.5. I think this game could be a lot closer than what people think. I think Troy can give him a run. So I'm gonna take Nebraska to. So I'm gonna take Detroit plus 13. Troy plus 13.5. I'm gonna take Nebraska straight up, and I'm gonna take the over 138.5. I'm gonna take the over because I don't think that's enough points for me to take the under. So I'll take the over 130.5. All right, let's see what Yeller's got. Yeller's got Nebraska winning. He has Nebraska covering. So he has Nebraska covering at 13.5. He's taking Nebraska straight up, and he is taking the under. Yeller's taking the under. And let me see what he has to say about this. He says Nebraska is just too physical. They wear them down, and they'll pull away late to win the game by 16 points. So he has a barely covering that 13.5. So it should be another pretty interesting game here, but we will see what happens. But both of us taking Nebraska in this one. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one here. We have South Florida. We have South Florida going into the tournament. They're going to be playing against Louisville here in the first round, which actually it should be a pretty decent matchup. It really is. Some people are really overthinking this matchup, saying it's not the best matchup. I think this one could go either way. I really do. I think South Florida could be one of those teams that takes out Louisville. I can definitely see it. We seen it last year between Louisville and Creighton. Louisville, they lost to Creighton last year. They're right back in the playoffs this year. They've been a good team overall this year. Right now the game is set. Louisville is favored by 4.5. The over under is 163.5. So who do we have winning this game? First things first, Yeller's going with the upset. Yeller's taking the upset. Yeller's taking South Florida. And I'm Yeller's taking South Florida, and I'm not shocked about that. Like I said, Louisville is dealing with some injuries, so let's see how they deal with that. Obviously, like I said, I think they've been a really good team this year, but yeah, Yeller's gonna go with South Florida. Um, I'm on the opposite side. I'm gonna take Louisville to win this one. But however, I do expect this to be a squeaker. I'm gonna take Louisville in a squeaker. I think it'll be a close game, but I'm gonna lean towards Louisville, so I'm gonna take Louisville in this game. But like I said, I could absolutely see South Florida win this game. Let's see what Yeller has for this game. So Yeller has Louisville winning the game. So that means he has to take since South Florida is the underdogs, he's gonna have to take him at that plus 4.5 and be over under 163.5. He's taking the over. He's taking the over. 163.5, he's taking the over. Oh wait. Yeah, he's taking the over. And he says, like I said, he has a quote for every single pick here. USF sneaks this one. Louisville slips late in a high scoring affair. So that's what he says. Me in this one, I'm gonna have Louisville winning this game. But that 4.5 is just too low. It's too low for me to take South Florida unless I really have them winning the game. So I'm gonna take Louisville. Actually, I'm gonna be bold here. I'm gonna take Louisville to win this game, but I'm gonna take South Florida plus 4.5 because something's telling me Louisville's injuries is really gonna bother him here. So I'm kind of like on Yeller's page. So but me just picking Louisville. So give me Louisville to win. I'm gonna take them. I'll take them plus 4.5, and I will see. Yeah, I'm with Yeller on that one as well. I'm gonna take the over 163.5. I think we see plenty of scoring, so I will take the over as well in the ball game. But like I said, it should be a pretty interesting matchup between the two teams. But y'all and I both on different side pages here. All right, let's go and move on to the next one here. We have HPU taking on against Wisconsin. Like I said, Wisconsin has been a pretty good team overall on the season. I think they are better than HPU. I will take Wisconsin to win this game. Like I said in my bracket predictions, I will be surprised. To me, I would be surprised if Wisconsin loses this game. I really would. This is one of those games that Wisconsin, they should be able to come in here. They should be able to take care of business. They should be able to win against HPU. I'll take Wisconsin in this game. I'm trying to look for Yeller's picks. Like I said, it's a long damn list. Wisconsin. Let's see what he has to say about this. Can't find it for some. HPU. Let's see. He said one thing about Yeller said he sent me his picks and he never gave me like in a specific order, so it takes so long for me to find it. Yeller is taking Wisconsin as well, so he is taking Wisconsin. Yeller, is he taking in the cover? Yes, Yeller does have Wisconsin covering that 10.5. He is taking Wisconsin straight up, and he is taking the over 162.5. Yeller's taking the over. And he says, just don't see Wisconsin losing this game. HPU keeps it close for a half, and then it'll turn into an ass kicking in the second half. That's what he said. So Wisconsin wins this game. I'm kind of on the same page as Yeller. I got Wisconsin covering the 10.5. And yeah, I'm gonna take the over as well. Just because I'm kind of expecting a lot of scoring in this one. So I will take the over as well here in the ball game. So me and Yeller are finally on the same page for once. We're both taking Wisconsin to win this game. We both have them covering, and we're both taking the over. So I think that's the first time that we've been on the same page for every single one of these matches. So we will see. Oh boy. Next up we have Duke. They are going to, who should be one of the more title favorites here. But at the same time, they're dealing with a little bit of injury. So does that back them up? Do they not play? They're going to be playing against Cena here in the first round here, who fought their way out of the first four. They ended up getting a win two nights ago, or was it a night ago? I don't know. I don't remember when they played. But anyway, here I'm pretty sure we're both going to be taking Duke in this game. Yep, Yeller is, and yep, obviously I'm going to be taking Duke as well. And then let's see what we got. For me, I mean, I know the line's pretty high, 27.5, but I'm gonna take Duke to cover that. The over under 135. Oh, is that it? Is it really under? Yeah, I'm taking the over. I'm taking the over 39 and a half. I think this is one of those games that Duke can go out there and score like 90, 100 themselves. So I'm gonna take the over 135. That's a very small line. So I'm gonna take the over in this one. Yeller, yep, Yeller's also gonna take Duke to cover that 100, to cover that 27 and a half. And he's taking the over. He's taking the over. He's taking the over. So me and Yeller on the same picks again. He said Duke cakewalking through them. This feels like a practice more than a real game. God damn. That's what Yeller said, not me. So yeah, we're both on the same page here. We are picking Duke here to advance. All right, like I said, if you guys are wondering, we are going to predict tomorrow's slate, which will be the Friday slate. We're just doing that on a different video. We're not going to be doing that on this video. Next up, we have McNeese. They're going to be taking on against Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's been one of the more surprising teams in the league. Like I said, I wasn't really expecting them to be this good, but let's give them credit where it's due. They've been good. They've been very underrated. They've been finding ways to win basketball games. So, I mean, you got to give them credit the way they've been playing. So, um, but yeah, for me, I'm gonna take Vanderbilt in this one. I can definitely see McNeese, definitely preventing a challenge here, but I'm gonna take Vanderbilt. I think they find a way to win it late. 12 and a half. McNeese can definitely sneak away here. I'm gonna take Vanderbilt to cover that 12 and a half. 149 and a half. Yeah, I'm gonna take the over. I don't think that's enough points. This is one of the games I can see being like an 80 to 60 game, or something like 80, like 89 to like 80. So I'll take the over. I'll take the over in that ball game. Oh, no way. No way. Yeller's taking McNeese. Oh shit. Yeller's taking McNeese to win this game. Absolutely no shot. I thought he was okay, so he had to be. Oh wow. I'm surprised Yeller's taking McNeese. So of course he's gonna have them cover that 12 and a half. And Yeller is taking the over. So at least we agree on something there. Yeller's gonna take the over. God, I'm very curious what he has to say about this. He said, "Yeah, I'm calling it. I know it's a risk, but McNeese is sneaky, and Vandy's gonna choke late under pressure." So he's saying it's a close game, but McNeese is gonna pull off the upset late. Like I said, it's March Madness. You can pull off upsets. Some upsets are gonna happen. That's all part of March Madness. But what a crazy upset this will be if that's actually true. But yeah, he's going McNeese. So we will see. Who we got next? Michigan. Michigan coming here into the tournament looking pretty good. Just another game. Michigan. No. This is shit. This is not Michigan. This is fuck. God damn. How the hell do I not know my teams? Shit. Next up. I don't know why I said Michigan. This is Michigan State. I was going to say I meant Michigan. I know this is Michigan, but this is Michigan State. They're gonna be playing against North Dakota State. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're both taking. Yeah, let's just go ahead and put both of us on Michigan State, because we already know they're gonna win the game. So we're gonna go Michigan State on this one. For me, I mean, I think this one's pretty obvious. I think they're gonna cover that 16 and a half, and over under 143 and a half. I'm gonna take the over. I'm gonna take the over because this is just another one of those games I can see Michigan scoring like 90 points, 100 points themselves. So I'll take the over in this one. For Yeller, let's see. Yeller is also gonna take the Spartans to cover that 16 and a half, but he is going to take the under 143 and a half. So Yeller is taking the under for this game. And he said, let's see what Yeller has to say about this. Spartans are too disciplined, no mistakes, no upset, just solid basketball. Should be able to cruise out of here with a win. All right, so that's what Yeller said. All right, that seems simple enough. All right, next up we have Arkansas, who's been one of the better teams or one of the more impressive teams. I go back to look at that series last year that they had, and they're gonna be taking on against Hawaii, who I'm pretty sure did Hawaii play in their first four? I think they did, but I mean this seems like another obvious one for me. Like I said, the line is set at 15.5. The over under is 159.5. Um. Yeah, Yeller's picking Arkansas, and I'm gonna take Arkansas as well. I don't think Arkansas loses this game. I like I said, to me, I think it'll be an absolute shock if Arkansas loses this game. So I'll take Arkansas to win it. Yeller does have Arkansas covering that 15.5, and he is taking the over at 159.5. And he said, and yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take them to cover that, and I am gonna take the over as well. So I'm kind of on the same boat as Yeller. And he says Arkansas athletes take over late, the pace picks up. Game is close in the first half, but they'll pull away in the second half, winning this game by at least 20 points. All right, that's all right. That's what he says. So yeah, we're both in Arkansas. We both have them covering, and we're both taking the over for this game. All right. Next up, we have one of my more favorite matchups here in the entire first round. We have North Carolina taking on against VCU, the Rams. Like I said, the Rams are one of those picks that I really want to pick the Rams to win. I really want to. Like I've been begging to pick the Rams. I think the Rams can definitely beat North Carolina because we've seen it time before. North Carolina, they're not the best decent team out there. And I think the Rams really do match up well with them. I'll be completely honest, but man, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. I'm gonna lean towards North Carolina, but I think they'll make enough plays to win it late. So I'm gonna take North Carolina to win this game, but there's no argument that you can tell me that VCU can win this game as well. But me, I'll play it safe. I'll take North Carolina. Ooh, yeah, okay, I like it. Yellow's taking the Rams. Yellow's taking the Rams. All right, I like that. I like that. Right, so we're on both different sides in this game. I'll go first here. I'm gonna take 2.5. That's too small for me. I'll take North Carolina to cover that 2.5, and I will take the. I'm gonna take the under. I'm gonna take the under in this game. 155.5. I'll take the under. I'm not expecting a lot of scoring in this one. This is one of those games I kind of see like being a defensive game. So for me, I'll take the under in this one. Okay, so Yeller's obviously gonna have them covering that 2.5 because knowing they have them winning, and Yeller is taking the over. He's taking the over. Okay, so we're on different sides of me. He's gonna be taking the over in this one. And let's see what he had to say about this. He said VCU pressure is gonna mess up North Carolina up. Turnover swing this game big, and the Rams take over in the final minutes. Okay, all right. Rams. All right, so he's taking the Rams. All right. So there you guys have it for that. Should be a pretty interesting one here. Next up we have Howard taking on against Michigan. Yeah, let's just go. I know Howard just came off a good win, but yeah, I think we're both picking Michigan. Ain't no way Michigan loses this game. There's just no shot. For me, I don't know what Yeller has. Maybe he's being a little bold, but I do think they covered at 3.5. And I'll take the over because Michigan might score 110 themselves. I'll take the over. Yeah, Yeller's got Michigan minus 30.5, and he does have the over at 141.5. And so he has the same thing as me, and he says Michigan is cruising on this one. This one gets out of hand early and turns boring quick. Snap pounding. So Yeller's taking Michigan and snap pounding. I'm taking Michigan and snap pounding too. Like I just don't think Michigan has a chance to lose this one. I don't think they do. So we are both taking Michigan, and we're both taking them pretty easily. This is actually okay. This game is tough. We got Texas taking on against BYU. This one's gonna go either way. Once I saw Texas winning that first four, I was like, holy shit! Like I think this one can be closer than what people think. I really do. I like the Longhorns. I really do. I think they can provide a Vine challenge here, but I don't see them. I don't see BYU. I mean, I don't see Texas really stopping BYU's star. I know what I'm talking about. I just can't think of his name off my back. But he has BYU as a official fucking stud, man. He's so fucking good. I watched him. I watched him a couple highlights. He was just dunking all over people, just getting to his mid range bag, and it was incredible. I'm gonna take BYU to win this game. I think I just think this game will be closer than what people think, but I'm gonna take BYU in a close one. Like I said, it's kind of spread because spread is only 2.5, so that definitely tells you a little bit something. But yeah, I'll take BYU here in a close one. Yeller's taking BYU as well, so we're both taking BYU to win this game tonight. I'll go with Yellers first. So, like I said, the line is 2.5. The over under is 147.5. Yeller has BYU covering that 2.5. I will as well because the line is too low. And Yeller's taking the over. Yeller's taking the over at 247.5. He's taking the over. And yeah, I'm gonna take the over as well because I don't think that's not enough points for me to take the under, so I'll take the over in this one. Yeller says BYU from deep equals lights out. If they hit early, it's trouble for Texas. So that's what he says. Yeah, I'm kind of on the same boat. I just feel like if BYU gets their start going early, if they can get out to that hot start, I think that would be a big thing for them here. So I like BYU in this game. Like I said, they should be able to take care of business here. So me and Yeller are both taking BYU for this game. All right, next up, Texas A&M playing against SMC. Definitely should be another pretty interesting one here. Texas A&M could be a very sneaky pick. I will be honest, they could take it very Texas A&M shit. Texas A&M could be a very sneaky pick. It definitely could be. They definitely have the team to do it. They can go out there upset. I mean, if they do upset, I would be a little bit shocked. I wouldn't be completely shocked if they do it, but yeah, let me see who you guys have winning this game. Texas A&M. So let's see. I'm trying to look for Yeller's picks here while I'm out of here. Okay, I found it. All right, let's see. For me, I mean, I think Texas A&M can definitely win this game. I can definitely see it. But do I really think they're gonna beat St. Mary's? Like, do I actually think that's gonna happen? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say they do. I'm gonna say they pull off and win. I think they go into this game. Remember, SMC is favored by 3.5. I'm gonna take Texas A&M here in an upset. Yeller disagrees with me. Yeller's taking MMC. Okay, so he's taking SMC. Yeller's gonna have them covering that 3.5, and Yeller over under 147.5. I need to change mine. Over under to 147.5. Yeller is taking the under. Yeller's taking the under. Yeller's taking the under, and he says, two good defenses here battling it out. Could be close to what people think. And Texas A&M definitely has a shot to pull it off, but I won't trust it. I'll take the safe side with SMC. I'll take Texas A&M. That's it. I'm gonna have them covering that plus 3.5. And like I'm with Yeller with the over under. I'm gonna take the under as well. It's just a game. I'm just not really expecting a lot of scoring in. I'm kind of expecting more defense and offense in this game. So I'm gonna take the under as well. Like I said, it could go either way, but I'll take Texas A&M and I'll take the under. So there you guys have it for that. I'm going with the upset. Yeller's not. Next up, we have Illinois taking on against Penn. Yeah, we're both taking Illinois. I know you have to look at this sheet. I already know he's picking Illinois. I'm not even gonna look at that. I made sure I have to for his quote, but I'm pretty sure we're both taking Illinois, right? I mean, there's no way Illinois lose this game, right? I mean, yeah. So Yellow's gonna take Illinois to win this game. I'm taking Illinois as well. So the line in this game is 25.5, and I know that seems big, but for me, I think Illinois covers that. I'm gonna take the 25.5. Over under 151 and a half. Now that is a little tricky. Could be a little bit tricky, but I'm gonna take the over. Like I said, just one of those games I can see Illinois feeling like 90 to 100 points themselves. So I will take the over in this matchup. Yeller is taking Yeller's taking Illinois. He's also taking Illinois minus 12 and a half. And Yeller is taking the over. Yeller's taking the over. And Yeller says Illinois is not letting this get weird. Too much talent across the board. Ass beating, potential snap pounding. That's what he says. So Yeller's kind of expecting this one to be an ass beating as well. So Yeller, both and I are taking Illinois. All right, guys, we got 3 more games to go. Like I said, thank you guys so much. We will be back here tomorrow with the Friday slate, so stay tuned. Next up, we have Georgia. Georgia gonna be at home. Well, not specifically at home, but they're gonna be the home team of the game as they take on. Hold up, I have to find. I'm keep looking for Yeller's picks every single time I get in here. But we got Georgia. Georgia actually hasn't really been that. I mean, they haven't really been that same team this year, but at the same time, like he could be. So they're gonna be playing against St. Louis here. So Georgia versus St. Louis in the first round. Who we got? Let's see. Yeah, I'm taking Georgia. I'm taking Georgia. I wouldn't be surprised if this game's close, but I just think that Georgia's the better team, so I'll take Georgia here. Yeller's taking Georgia as well. All right, Yeller's taking Georgia. Yeller is taking them to cover that 2.5, and over under 169.5. He's taking the over. He's taking the over. Yeller's taking the over 169.5. And what he has to say about it: Georgia stays composed in a shootout, more balanced game. They close it out late. So he does think it's going to be a close game, but he does think it's going to hit the over, and he's going to be taking Georgia to win this game. For me, I don't know. The over under is tough to pick in this one. I am gonna have Georgia covering that minus 2.5. But for me, I'm going to take the under. I'm going to take the under tonight. I'm going to take the under in this game. 169.5. That seems like a lot of points against two teams that we're just kind of uncertain about. So for me, I'll take the under in this one. Another game that I can see being close, competitive, but I will take the under as well, 169.5. But we are both taking Georgia. All right. Next up, we have Gonzaga. I think Gonzaga could be like last year's Arkansas team, like one of those teams that could be like an absolute dark horse, beat whoever's ass you want to. They're gonna be playing against Cal State, and we are both taking Gonzaga because the Gonzaga is supposed to win this game, and we will be shot as hell if they ever did lose. So by far a fact, me and Yeller are both taking Gonzaga to win this game. Gonzaga should not lose this game. Actually, would be kind of embarrassing if they do lose this game. Yeller does have Gonzaga covering that 21.5. I do as well. And Yeller is taking the over, and I am taking the over as well. So me and Yeller have the same picks for this one. Like I said, it will just be, to me, it'll just be like a shocker if Gonzaga actually loses this game. Like it could be one of the biggest upsets here in the entire first round if Gonzaga actually loses this game. Like it will be crazy. Yeller said Gonzaga's offense is just too smooth. They can score at will and pull away big in the second half, meanwhile being competitive in the first half. Okay. So he thinks things could be a little bit suspicious in the first half, but he does also think Gonzaga pulls away in the second half. I'm kind of expecting this one to be an ass beating from start to finish. I don't think this game will be close from Barkley for a second. I think Gonzaga will come out here, cover that 21.5. It's a big number, but they should be able to take care of business there, and they should be able to win this one. All right, let's go ahead and get into the last game here of the Thursday slate. Like I said, we will be back tomorrow with the Friday slate. This video, or I might do that with a little bit later, but we will see. Anyway, next up we have Houston. Houston is going to be at home. Well, not like I said, not specifically at home, but they're going to be playing against Idaho here. The line is 23.5, and the over/under is set at 138.5. Yeah, we're both taking Houston. I think we both kind of had Houston in our final, and like in at least our final four. I think so. So like I said, it will be kind of shocking if Houston, lost this game, or what. So we're both going to be taking Houston in this one. Like I said, it's kind of hard to see Houston lose this game, but who knows? It's March Madness, anything can happen. I'm pretty sure, yep, we're both going to take Houston to cover that 23.5. What's Yeller taking? Oh, Yeller's taking the under. Wow, that kind of surprised me a little bit, but yeah, Yeller's taking the under. He's taking the under. He's taking the under 120, 130.5. Like I said, that's a very low number. I'm kind of surprised he's taking the under there. He said Houston's defense locks down from the start. Idaho struggles to score and never gets close to winning. So maybe he's kind of expecting more of a defensive game, but because it says Houston's defense locks this shit down, and Idaho struggles to score and never gets close. Okay, so that's what Houston says. For me, I'm gonna have Houston coming at 23.5, and I'm gonna take the over 138.5, just simply because I just don't think that's enough scoring. I think, like I said, just think this is one of those games Houston can go out there and score like 100 points, 190 points themselves. So I'll take the over in this one, but like I said, I think this will go either way. But I'll take the over for tonight. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up here for the Thursday slate picks. Like I said, we will be back for Friday's picks. But make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure that like it, that subscribe button. Really do appreciate y'all support. And yeah, without further ado, we will be back for tomorrow's picks. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you join the ESPN Bracket Challenge. Really do appreciate y'all support. And yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna go hop off here with this thing up so you guys can watch on time. Appreciate everybody's support. This is MaryNation.com, and let me guys know in the comments below what you guys are gonna pick for the March Madness. Appreciate y'all support. This is MaryNation.com. Peace out. Stay safe. I'm going to bed. We'll see you guys later. Enjoy March Madness. We'll see you guys at MaryNation.com. Peace out. Stay safe. Enjoy March Madness. See you later.